Well, welcome back to Desert Smoke Reviews. This is Justin.
What?
And tonight we're coming at you with a great little cigar, the Ashton ESG, State Sunburn. Just one of my favorite Ashtons, if not my favorite Ashton. It's a beautiful light brown wrapper, very, very smooth. Seams are almost invisible, but done very well. Minimal veins, I got one medium vein, shouldn't be a problem. Kind of a not too firm pack, but not squishy either. So the aroma, I get a beautiful nuttiness off this. It's just really nice, mixed in with a nice rich tobacco. And then about the same off the foot. There might be a hint of chocolate, but if anything, it's very faint. Wyatt?
You know, full disclosure, I've had this cigar before, and I remember not being too impressed with it. So hopefully I changed my mind with this review. But, you know, Ashton's a great cigar company that makes some fantastic cigars. And this cigar looks no different. I mean, it's got like a slight box press to it. Is it just mine or?
No, I see what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
almost trapezoidal.
Yeah. I mean, it's very slight. It's very, very rounded at the edges, but beautiful looking stick. The aromas, yeah, I agree. Very, very nutty on the wrapper, and then on the foot. You know, I've taken to calling that sugary, sweet type of smell a caramel, and I think that's what it is on the foot of this wrapper. A little bit of chocolate, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of nuttiness. It smells like caramel. But let's see what we think. Well, that nuttiness is definitely there.
A lot of nuttiness, start to finish, like a roasted nut. Not necessarily like a sweet nut or salty nut, just a nice nuttiness. Very, very nice.
No pepper or anything, no spice. Smooth is very, or the smoke is very, very smooth.
And even through the retrohale, very smooth.
Very smooth, yeah.
So I pick up a little bit of, on top of that nuttiness, I pick up a very nice medium to rich tobacco. There's something else I just can't put my finger on. Something very fresh. We've said this many times and we never seem to be able to put a name to that flavor, but it's very similar to that.
There's something kind of brewing on the insides of my cheeks. I don't know what that taste is. Maybe it's that fresh tobacco type of taste. I don't know. But
It's very nutty so far. Kind of a bit of a dry earth, a little bit on the finish. But so far, really decent start. Let's get into the first third, see how it develops. Welcome back. We're about 10 minutes on the Ashton ESG. And for me, just an overall very, very nice smoke. The ash is holding on very well. Draw is fine. Construction's fine. It's around a mild to medium in body. Not a lot going on, or not very heavy, full potent yet. Strength is about the same. Flavors, I still get a nice nuttiness, and for me, it's almost gotten to almost like a creamy texture. Not super creamy, but enough for me to say, yeah, it's like a nice creamy nuttiness going on. Still got a very long-lasting finish. It's got a bit of like a dry earth core flavor. Not real, potent, but it's definitely there. And a bit of natural kind of sweet tobacco coming on the finish, but very, very faint. Still exceptionally smooth. Just really, really nice cigar. Wow.
yeah, earlier I said I wasn't too impressed with this cigar, and it's kind of shaping out to be that way. I mean, I like it. The tastes are good, but I can get these tastes in a lot of other cigars that I think have a lot more going on.
I agree. That's one thing with the ESG. It's $21 at our shop. It's
Yeah.
a pricey cigar.
Yeah.
You should expect a lot out of a cigar that's that pricey. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, no, I agree. I mean, I'm just not seeing $21 in this cigar. I mean, our rating system, we go up to 10. And that's kind of had an effect on the way that I buy cigars. You know, if I'm spending $10 for a cigar, then I'm really expecting a 10, you know, and if I'm spending any more than that, if I'm spending double that, I'm expecting a 20. And I'm just not really seeing $21 in this cigar. I mean, the tastes are, like I said, the tastes are fine, but the finish kind of goes flat really quickly, you know, and there's a nuttiness and the smoke is creamy, but so far I'm not really seeing the $21. So hopefully something really changes as we get into the second half.
Well, let's get into the second half, or second third I should say, and approach the halfway point. Let's see if we get any changes. Well, welcome back. We're in the second third, approaching the midpoint on this Ashton ESG. Still performing exceptionally well. To me, it's a very, very good cigar. I will say, in a disclaimer, I do agree with Wyatt. $21 for this little Robusto is a lot of money for what you get. And it isn't, to me, an exceptional cigar, but yeah, there isn't really $21 in this cigar. It's still very creamy in my opinion. It's a nice creamy nuttiness. There's a little bit of dry earth. There's a little bit of slight sweetness, and I've got a hint of pepper in the retrohale. To me, it is a very good cigar. Lots of flavor. To me, they're about a medium body in flavor, and probably about a mild to medium in strength. I enjoy this cigar. It's one of my favorite Ashtons, but I will say $21 for one Robusto is a little much. It may not live up to that, but still, to me, an exceptional cigar. Wyatt?
You know, the flavors have gotten, or the smoke itself has just gotten really hot, and that's kind of washed out a lot of the taste in this cigar.
Just bitchin' mom, bitchin' mom.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, and again, maybe it is the fact that we paid $21 for this cigar, but I don't know. I think if you're paying that amount, you should get that amount, and, you know, this isn't a slam at Ashton or anything. I mean, Ashton makes a really good cigar, but you know, $21 for this cigar, I think, you know, I'm sure I'll be back in the last third with a couple of different cigars that you can get these same tastes and more with. But construction's been fine. I mean, smoke has been fine, but like I said, the finish just washes away real quickly, and I don't know, the flavors aren't really anything that's keeping me hooked. I mean, we've been talking here, and my mind keeps drifting away from the cigar. And so, I don't know, maybe if this was a bigger size, we might have a different experience. But
if it was $2?
If it was $2, yeah, this would be a fantastic $2 cigar. But I don't know. I'm not seeing $21 still. So.
Well, let's get into the final third. See if we get any changes. See if it lives up to Wyatt's expectations. Welcome back to the final third of the Ashton ESG, and for me, it's still an exceptional smoke. It's nice and creamy in texture, a nice nuttiness within the smoke. Nice, kind of a slightly sweet finish with a lot of dry earth on the bottom core flavor for it. Always been around a medium in body now, about a mild to medium in strength. Slight pepper on the retrohale, and just a faint pepper on the finish as well. Overall, a very, very nice smoke. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think this is a great cigar for end of the day. I know Wyatt doesn't like it based on the price, but if you can get past the $21, I think it's a great cigar. I would give it a solid 8.5. I think it's ample flavor, ample smoke. Nothing about it is bad in my opinion, except for the price. And you know, it's really smooth. It's really nice. You know, and it is an Ashton, so you're not going to get it for cheap. So, but take my review with a grain of salt.
Well, I agree with the pepper. The pepper did really start building up after our last update, but I'm still not seeing $21 worth of cigar here. Is this a good cigar to end your day with? I don't know. I mean, there's a little bit of pepper here in the last third. There's more on the retrohale than the finish, like Justin said. But I think you could probably smoke this in the morning. I think you could definitely smoke it in the afternoon. It's not a golf course stick. I can say that, but it's a very good, like, you know. And again, it's not quite a task cigar. It's just one of those cigars that, to me, is overpriced. It's good, you know, and the flavors are good, but it's overpriced, and ultimately, it's just not worth that price. You know, construction's been fine, and the smoke overall has been fine, but it only really chose to get a little bit complex here in the last inch or so. You know, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I'm not seeing $21 worth of cigar here. I'm going to give this a 7. I think it's worth a 7 because the construction is good, the smoke is smooth, and there was enough going on here to mostly keep my attention on the cigar. But would I smoke this again? You know, if I saw it for a good price, yeah, I probably would, but I don't know. There's just not enough here to really make me want this cigar again. So, yeah, I mean, a solid 7. It's worth trying out, but only if you get it for a good price.
Well, in conclusion, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. But until next time, smoke them if you got 'em.